Dun. Oh, man. Hello, Nettie.
Hello, BB3.
You having a good week?
Yeah, real good week. Happy to be here like always. Love Sundays.
Me too. A little bit crazy is in here, and she said, it's so weird being on my PC at home. You're at home instead of traveling. That's good
That's
stuff.
good. Yep.
She said, boo, did I scare you? And I seen Paradox Fossils said we only have 7 more days till Halloween, I think he said.
I know. That's crazy.
Yeah, I usually am such a big Halloween freak. But I have not been paying. My house has been decorated since September.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I love my Halloween decorations. They've been up, but I just have had a lot going on and haven't really paid attention to how close we're actually getting to it. I love all the little kids that come to the door, and I just love seeing all them. Let me take a minute and welcome everyone in. So far, we have MelNetteLivingFreeZipCodeless, Paradox Fossils. We have Little Bit Crazy. We have Thin Blue Lane RV Life. Hello and welcome. They're about to go out, but they wanted to send some love. Thank you, thank you. We have Hitch Up in Tow. Hello and welcome. Let's see. My chat is a little bit. Char of Heart, hello, hello. Tommy Travels, hello, hello. On another adventure. Tommy Travels is always on adventures.
Yeah.
He lives a very exciting life. Char of Heart said, oh, you tinted your hair. Yes, it's hard to tell, but it's like it went from being almost black to this. So it's
so
quite
pretty.
a change. And it's going to get lighter and lighter as we go because I'm aiming for almost like a grayish blonde, if that makes
I'll
sense.
send you some. No.
I love your hair. I absolutely love it.
Thanks.
All right. So we have a really good story with some. Nettie has prepared me very big words. So you all should get a good laugh out of this. We're going to go ahead and jump into our story about the Bellaire House.
Yeah.
Paradox Fossils said platinum. Yeah, it'll be platinum with like dark roots by the time I'm done, hopefully. That's the goal. All right, let's add this in here. Look at this house. It looks so pretty.
It does, all right.
It does. It looks really pretty. 1690. That if you flip those 9s around, that's the like 666 in a row. It's kind of creepy. So 1699 Belmont Street, Bellaire, Ohio.
Oh no.
Dun dun dun. All right. I'll let you go first.
Okay. They say there's nothing quite like living in a haunted house. I, for one, have had the experience of living in what's referred to as the most haunted house in the world.
See, that's if your house is considered the most haunted house in the world, that's too much. That's too much.
Oh, yeah.
Little Bit says, I know that house. Oh. After surviving 2 flash floods, Christian Lee and her family are searching for a place to call their forever home. Lee spots a listing for a beautiful 2-story fixer-upper in Bellaire, Ohio, and their offer is accepted. Oh no, they're going to do construction? That stirs up the spirits.
Yep. But no long after moving in, Lee and her family are terrorized by a dark, violent paranormal force. The family moves out and tries to rent the house, but they are unable to keep regular renters due to the strange occurrences.
Can you imagine renting out a house? Well, first of all, moving into it and not being able to stay because of the dark creatures. And then you got to rent it out to people. Do you tell them? Do you be
I
like,
know.
by the way, there's a demonic presence in the house or
But do you
ghosts that live
disclose
there?
it? Exactly.
I don't know how you would do that.
Mm.
As the owner of the famous Bellaire House in Ohio, Christian Lee is a profound psychic medium. Oh, so she was a psychic medium when she bought the house?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Her advisory style embraces many multiculturally diverse, helping people with various life obstacles. I feel like I should read that again. Her advisory style embraces many multiculturally diverse, helping people with various life obstacles. As a metaphysician, she helps families when it comes to balancing and overcoming their traumatic paranormal experiences. That is a lot of big words. Hey, Oracles and Beyond. Welcome, welcome. Shakatan. That's how I feel after you use the bathroom right after Civil. Something dark and violent was released. Christina Bell, hello and welcome. All right. She looks so normal.
Mm-hmm.
She's got beautiful eyes.
Yeah, she does. One paranormal activity from another. After another, the Bellaire House has earned itself a reputation for being just that over the years. With its violent apparitions, curses, and portals, approximately 2,500 square feet house sits on just under an acre of land.
I'm not sure. I think I seen a video of some people staying there because I think I remember the lady sitting at the table with them in like the first room when they entered,
Mm-hmm.
and then in the different rooms they had a book like where people could write their experiences.
Oh, wow.
Itchafinto said, I think my dog just released something violent. Shakatan said, a bowel exorcist, BB3. Oh boy. All right. The paranormal hype of the Bellaire House is not new. It stretches back to the early 20th century. There were certain events, or should I say incidents, that led to the haunting of the Bellaire House.
It's actually strange because when you see the Bellaire House, the first impression you get is that it's an innocent looking house that sits atop a so called cursed coal mine.
Is it in a neighborhood? Do you
Yes.
know? It is. I wonder like what the neighbors see because they know it's haunted. You know, they got to know it's haunted. So I
Mm-hmm.
wonder if like at night they're watching and they see different things happen. I don't know. I'd be videotaping. I'd have
Yeah.
a video camera in my window. So it's on a coal mine, huh?
Yeah.
However, if you go inside or get a chance to live there like I did, you'll come to witness that the house is straight out of a horror film. In fact, it's not just the investigators who say that about the Bellaire House. Thanks to the tales, bad luck, and aggressive spirits, even the locals have gone on to label it the most haunted house on the planet. Ooh. Hi, Lucky Dog.
Yeah, I don't know if I could like stay in that house.
Oh, wow. Is that like something that showed up in the picture?
Uh-huh. Look on the right side there.
It looks like an alien. Like an alien being that's like reaching out to grab somebody. Um, can you tell us? I'm gonna ask Lucky Dog if she doesn't mind dropping the PayPal link for American Wanderer, and can you tell us a little bit about what's going on with that, real quick, if you don't mind?
Yeah, what happened is he ended up getting really sick on his way to courtside. And I believe he's in Louisiana, close to Louisiana, but he got hospitalized. He was released today, though, BB, which is
Yeah.
still good news. But we're still doing a fundraiser for him. His dog HD is handicapped, and he had to go into a facility for them to be able to, you know, feed him, take care of him, and the fundraiser was for that. It was $650 a week just to keep him into the facility.
Wow.
So they were doing the fundraiser to try to, help him pay for that because JT's only means of income is through his mobile business, which he can't do at the moment. So that's what the fundraiser's for.
So if any of my moderators can drop the PayPal link for JT and HD. HD is the dog. I think Harley Davidson is what that stands for. And isn't the dog kind of in a wheelchair type thing?
Yeah, for his back legs.
So the dog is has some very, very special needs that need to be met, and the dog and his owner JT are going to reunite hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah.
But he's still got a long road to recovery. JT does. He's pretty weak. So if anyone in here has not donated and could afford to just throw a couple dollars that way, it would be fantastic. We'll get the link dropped here in the chat, and just thought we'd stop for a minute and mention that, and then we'll continue on with the story here.
And I went ahead and dropped it, and it's Jerry Hawley's PayPal link.
Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So if anybody can, you can just click that link and donate. That would be fantastic. All right. Now let's get this back up here. Here we go. Creepiness. All right. I think it's yours. I think.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. There are a number of houses in the United States that are known to be haunted, such as Amityville, the LaLaurie House, and the Rampart Street Murder House, and the Bellaire House apparently ranks in the same category with them.
I don't think I've heard of Amityville. I don't think I've heard of the LaLaurie House. Maybe, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've heard of the Rampart Street Murder House either.
I'm going to have to check into those two. I haven't heard of them either.
Yeah, those are two new ones to me. The house gained a mysterious reputation even during the years when it was sitting abandoned. The neighbors in the area claimed to see people roaming around in the house or peeking out the windows. This was when the house was locked and no one was living there. Yeah, see, I could be one of those neighbors, and I would also have a video camera pointing at the house 24/7.
Yeah.
Jacob Heatherington, Eliza Armstrong, and the Bellaire House. Dun, dun, dun.
The Bellaire House is located near the banks of the Ohio River. This is a land where the French and the Indian Wars took place from 1754 to 1763. The house sits on a lie line, which means there's a constant source of paranormal energy in the house that goes in and out of it.
Well, between French and Indian wars and the coal mine,
Yeah.
that's a lot of energies. The Bellaire House is also believed to be haunted because of a coal mine explosion that happened in the Ohio Valley in 1893. 42 men were killed in the explosion, and it took days to recover the bodies. Ooh.
Yeah.
Hello, Three Souls Paranormal.
So this land has a lot going on with it.
Yeah, it seems like it has a huge history.
Yeah. A humble guy of a decent reputation named Jacob Heatherington owned all of the coal mines in the Ohio Valley. He also worked in the mines with his employees and his best friend Jack, a mule. In fact, the old nursery rhyme, "This is the house that Jack built," is about Jack the mule, who helped Jacob build his mansion and expand his coal mine business.
That's interesting. Three Souls Paranormal says they were at the Bellaire House back in June.
Oh,
So
wow.
do you have a video up of that, Three Souls? We'll all have to go check that out after hearing the story here.
I hope they do.
Yeah, that'd be great. We could go watch that. Jacob Heatherington. I hope I'm saying that right. Jacob married a beautiful woman named Eliza Armstrong. The day that Eliza Armstrong met Jacob Heatherington, she saw a star fall from the sky. That was the day when Jacob's parents were leaving him behind in Bellaire to work in the mines for Captain Fink, who had first rented Jacob a coal bank and later had sold 8 acres of land to him. Ah. Yes, it is a live stream. It's 10 hours long. We'll have to check that out. If you haven't added Three Souls Paranormal yet, go ahead and do that. They have a lot of explorations that they go and do that are, and they do it live too, which is pretty cool because you get to see the stuff happen live. So, all right. So these names, Captain Fink, like it sounds like something out of a storybook. Just saying.
Yeah.
Gotta go work with Captain Fink.
When Eliza saw the falling star, she became inquisitive and went to look for the star. She walked to Davis and the farm, asked if someone from the Davis family saw the falling star. Mrs. Davis told Eliza to immediately fall on her knees and pray to the gods because seeing a falling star was a bad omen.
Oh. I am gonna look up Three Souls real quick and drop their link for everyone. Grab that for everybody. All right. This is Three Souls link right here for anyone that wants to go check them out.
Awesome.
All right. A falling star is a bad omen, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I know these are old-fashioned photos, but she's scary looking. That came walking at you in the hallway. Like she already looks like she's ghost.
I expect to get hit with a ruler.
Or like a cast iron skillet upside the head. She looks angry. I know they weren't allowed to smile. I know it's a thing, but Eliza walked miles and reached a location where she thought the star had fallen. That location was near the Ohio River bank, and that's where she met her future husband, Jacob. Dun, dun, dun.
By then, Jacob Heatherington had bought 61.5 acres of land from Paxton and Willing, and another 14.5 acres of land from Captain Fink.
Captain Fink must have been rich, just hanging on to all this land.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear any of these names anymore, though. Who has the last name Heatherington? You don't really hear that. Paxton, maybe. Fink, I don't think I've heard that in forever.
Yeah.
I think the captain part's what throws me off. All right. That is the land he actually built over the years. Jacob is best described as a coal mining tycoon who paid all his debts, bought 667. Oh, good thing it was 667 and not 666.
Right.
Bought 667 acres of farming and coal lands and 110 acres of woodlands, as well as he was one of the largest taxpayers in Belmont County. So he was rich.
Yep. The founder and original owner of Bellaire Town were Jacob Davis. He was a successful businessman who settled in the town that he named Bellaire, after his mother's hometown in Maryland. Jacob Heatherington, along with Captain Fink, had close ties with Davis, who was also an abolitionist. Did I say that right?
You did real good. Did better than me. Every time it says Bel Air, I think of Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
I do too.
The song starts playing in my head. I was up to no good.
In my neighborhood.
Oh, man. Together, they worked with Reverend Truman of the Bellaire United Methodist Church to free runaway slaves. Oh, so they were good guys. This is a testament to the fact that Jacob was a nobleman through and through. Not that it has anything to do with the haunting of the Bellaire House. It's just that I want you to familiarize yourself with the man who built the Bellaire House. Oh, well, he was a good guy.
Mhm.
So why'd he end up with such a haunted house? Little bit said me too.
Yeah.
My kids think I'm a dork when I start singing songs from the 90s.
In March 1893, it was reported that the Heatherington coal mines at Bellaire were to be abandoned. The operators had spent $8,000 in the attempt to put the fire out and concluded that no further efforts could be made. This particular explosion occurred in the coal mine number 1, and the scary part is that the Bellaire House sits atop of coal mine number 1.
Well, that would explain why there's some issues.
Yeah, just a little bit.
A little bit. It's a lot of people that died there.
Mm-hmm.
In 1847, Jacob Heatherington built the Bellaire House in the vicinity of sacred Shawnee Native American burial caves. Man, he was not making smart decisions. That makes the house 174 years old. Those caves were right behind the Bellaire House, and the Ohio River is right in the front. Wow. So it's like on top of and surrounded by some really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm. Psychics prove the water is a portal because it is always moving, and the magnetic pull of the water creates a powerhouse of energy where spirits can cut through earthbound gravity, gain energy to port back and forth from their dimensions to ours. The craziest part is that the portal sits right under the Bellaire House.
The portal stuff messes with me. Hey, Hitman. Hey, Backroads Art Studio. Hello, hello. Oh, look. It sits right here on my desk. I love
Yay.
it so much. I love it, love it. Um, so like they say portals can be like if you have two mirrors facing each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's terrifying. You know, like what if you how many hotels have you gone to and there's been two mirrors facing each other, you know? Like
Oh, yeah.
it's scary. All right. When they're not like okay, so when they're how do I explain this? The lady that we just saw, would you be able to handle seeing the lady that looked like she was going to hit you with a ruler in a
I
ghostly
like that.
figure, or like a blob coming at you? What would you be more likely to be comfortable with?
The lady.
Yeah, I think me too, a lady, because a blob's like, are you a devil?
I
Like, are you going to enter my body and take over? I don't know.
know.
Especially dark, like shadow blobs. Those scare
Yeah,
me.
the ones you can't see through that are so
Mhm.
dark.
This area is still known as the Native American internment area. The thing is that the Native Americans who lived in this area used to bury their leaders, chieftain, shamans, healers, and witch doctors in these caves. They used to hold their ceremonies in this area and practiced magic. That's a lot.
That's a lot. In 1754, the French and Indian War rampaged through Bellaire. The native massacre by the hands of French soldiers was large. Blood still stains the ground of the entire town of Bellaire. The residual energy of the slaughter still seeps inside the soil today.
I wonder how many other houses have hauntings. Because think about it, the Bellaire House is not the only one that is close to the, because you said it's in a neighborhood. So
Yeah.
it's not the only one that's close to where this French and Indian War happened. It's not the only one that's close to the caves. It might be the only one that's on top of um, the coal mine, you
Yeah.
know, but it's not the only house in the area that's close to all of these things. So I wonder if there's other ones that are, you know,
And the portals, I wonder how far those extend out. You know what I mean?
yeah, true. Paradox says, I call the glob looking monsters globsters. Ah, yes. Like if it was a cute one like Slimer off of Ghostbusters, I might be okay with it. But I'm excited for the remake of that to come out where they're kids.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll be fun. The location of the Bellaire House is very special because if we look up at the night sky, we can clearly see a planetary alignment of Mars, Saturn, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter, along with with other constellations. This is a perfect planetary alignment to manifestation any human desire, but also a way to tap into the galactical portal intelligent beings. All right, now we're going into alien categories. And again, there's neighbors, so I'm sure their houses can look up and see kind of the same thing. Maybe not directly underneath it, though. Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Paradox says, I've seen one as big as a car. Oh, I'd be hiding.
I have to plug in my computer. One moment. I'm
Okay.
running low.
Yeah, I think I would be hiding if I seen one as big as a car. I would be trying to find a bus or something to run it over. But yeah, that Ghostbusters, the remake, is it's the Ghostbusters guys, it's their kids that come to like run the business, and they're young kids. And I don't know if anybody's seen the previews to it, but it was supposed to come out a while ago, and then the the Ronas hit, and so it got delayed, and I think it's supposed to come out in 2022 now. I'm really excited to see it though.
Oh, wow.
Paradox says, scratching in my wall right now, but probably a mouse. Oh,
Don't even say that.
it ran across the road in rural Illinois. Illinois is not that far from me. No, we got things running around in Illinois. Not running around, floating around because it's a
Floating
bigger
around.
blob. Okay.
This site was ideal for performing native ceremonies back in those days. Perhaps that's why, at certain times of the day, the rituals held by the Native Americans in this area would reach the peaks of energy and become a I can't say that.
Manifestation.
Of energy that is imprinted in the land forever.
Okay, well, that makes sense then. Like, that makes a little more sense as to why it's directly in that spot and not in the neighbor spots, you know?
Right.
Paradox Fossils, I am in Missouri as well. So, John Chalker. This is John Chalker, Waterbury, Connecticut, and we have a lot of haunted places in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
Throw some of those haunted places in the chat and we might do a story on them.
Yep.
If you don't mind. Backroads Art Studio said, I think a lot of paranormal is due to imprinted energies and actions. Yeah, I agree. I thought that a lot of the like bad haunted stuff was people that did bad things or couldn't pass over because they needed to finish things up here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm not saying they have to be super bad, but maybe they're just like a cranky butthead, you know, and they need to make things right. And so they kind of hung around until they could do that. That's what I used to think when I was little. But then I would like hide under my covers because I thought maybe like my grandpa or somebody was still hanging around watching me. But now I've learned a lot more about the paranormal world, and I realize there is a such thing as like the demon entities. Those aren't even people they were never even people that were here on earth to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So my son said he would stay in the house. Your son is brave. So brave. All right. Go to the next one. Is it my turn or yours? I don't know.
Your turn.
Okay. Although Joe Estes and associates clean the inhuman spirits, the house is always active to this day, despite all the cleansing and Catholic rituals. Well, I think the house and the owners play into the hauntedness too. So when you have guests that come and stay and kind of mess with the spirits, I think that's going to affect whether or not they go away or stay. No, there's it looks like it's like you're gonna go up the steps and it's just gonna fly into you, like injure you. It's terrifying. Hello, chillin' Charlie.
The lie line over which the Bellaire House is built is one of the alignments of ancient monuments and prehistoric sites in straight lines. It is believed by some that it indicates paths of positive energy inherited in the earth.
The Bellaire House is on the tip of one of the most ancient ley lines in the world. This could possibly be the reason why the Native Americans chose the land that the Bellaire House sits on, because it is supercharged with such a profound energy source that it caused a direct connect to the Great Spirit, the old world gods, and the intergalactic beings. All right, all right, all right.
All right.
I have a hard time with the aliens. Anybody that believes in them, I get you. You're good, but I haven't seen them myself. So, but I do believe in ghosts. So I guess I should believe in aliens. I don't know. Intergalactic.
Intergalactic.
Interdimensional, intergalactic. Look at you trying to tongue tie me up here. All right. Interdimensional, intergalactic internet. There are 5 things that give the Bellaire House its reputation. Dun, dun, dun.
Number 1, the Ohio River constant flow of water, which creates energy. Number 2, Native American massacre and the bloodshed which had seeped inside of the land, the torture and Aire of slaves, even through Ohio was a free state, and the Bellaire House is part of the abolitionist movement. There were still some Southerners who moved to Bellaire to carry out slavery.
Sorry, I'm trying to look something up. Oh, I'll have to do that in a second. All right. I'm more of a believer in ghost than the abominable snowman. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Or like Bigfoot. You know, how many people have said they've seen Bigfoot or they've heard Bigfoot, you know? But then nobody has actual proof. So I'm more of a believer in ghost than that. I don't know. I can't explain the way my brain works. It just does. Backroads Art Studio said, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Definitely. The element of fire and explosion that killed coal miners, the nighttime constellation above the land, and deaths inside the Bellaire House. Ooh. All right. Paradox Fossils said, got to figure if all living things have a spirit, then alien, dinosaur, cavemen all may still be here. That's true. Cavemen, they got no chill. Chill and Charlie said, right, that's Winter's Bigfoot. Yeah. And Hitman said, like it up, please. Thanks, Hitman. All right, let you read now.
In 2008 to 2012, a team of paranormal investigators, including OVPRI, Kentucky Ghost Scouts, and Eye of the Paranormal, conducted a research revealed that when Jacob Heatherington was a millionaire and used to run the city, he died and left the coal mine company to his son, Alex Heatherington, who was assisted by his daughter, Lyde.
All right. John Chalker said, my sister, this is John Chalker, Waterbury, Connecticut. I believe in ghosts and Bigfoot because I have seen sightings of them in Connecticut. We have an area where you could actually spot. Interesting. I always think of Harry and the Hendersons when I think of Bigfoot. Unfortunately, the business started to fail due to Alex's hearing and seeing things that were not there. He also began to have epileptic seizures and declared that demons were trying to kill him. Back then, people believed that he was haunted and cursed because of the coal mine explosions. No, his house is just haunted.
Yeah.
Chill and Charlie said, "Love that movie. That is a great movie." No, there's just too much blobbery going on in this house. 54 jars. Hello and welcome. Says, I wish I could get out there and see Bigfoot real soon. I hope, and maybe some ghost.
Yeah.
I think 54 jars will get you out there to see some ghosts soon. I don't know about Bigfoot. I don't know where to find him, but I do know where to find some ghosts. Alrighty. Is it your turn or mine? I never remember.
I think it's mine.
Okay.
Okay. But with psychology, we now know that his failures were not only the disorientation of his sanity, but he had become possessed by the delusional energies that overtook his mind, body, and spirit.
Wasn't it like back then too? Because this would be around the time of like witches being hung and stuff too. So
Yeah.
I wonder like if people treated him differently, even though he was rich and paid for a lot of things and stuff like that. I wonder if he got treated differently because of the possessions. Because, like witches would get hung for practicing their witch stuff. Why
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't he for being demon possessed? I don't know. Just curious. Happy Place says, hey, sorry I'm late. We had a tornado warning and I've been in the basement. Yikes. Yeah, supposedly we are supposed to have tornadoes and super serious weather tonight. So
Oh, wow.
I'm not looking forward to that. It always stinks when it happens on like a weeknight. Sunday into Monday is a weeknight, right? You got to
Yeah.
get up for work and stuff.
Yeah.
And you have to get up and go into the basement in the middle of the night. It's like, ugh, all you want to do is sleep. So, Backroads Art Studio said, glad you're not in the basement anymore. Happy Place. Paradox said, if you look into a reflective surface in a haunted location, you can see them easily.
Oh.
John Chalker says, this is John Chalker Waterbury. The Polka Dot Playhouse in Connecticut is haunted, and the Stratford Airport is haunted by those, and you can see orbs. Ooh, those are something we're going to look into.
Mm-hmm.
Backroads Art Studio said hello to 54 jars. Chillin' Charlie said, uh-oh. Happy Place said, yep, think it's headed your way, BB. Oh, man. Yes, Missouri feels strange. It does. This weekend has been a very eerie, kind of dark and nasty, and not just like dark, rainy, nasty. It's just been like a weird weather. Something's in the air. We're going to be getting rain the next several days. Half of Missouri is under a tornado watch. Happy Place said, we're all good, Sue. Thanks. Yeah. All right. I think it's my turn now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Still today, those energies overtake paranormal investigators and researchers. The commitment papers in the story of Alex are not public. So there is no way for anyone to know that information to where it would become psychologically suggestive. Oh. So what happened to him is secret? Nobody knows that? Wow.
Yeah.
Whew.
Alex Heatherington was found incompetent and locked up in a in a
Lunatic.
lunatic asylum. Shortly after the commitment of Alex, his daughter Lyde took over the entire coal company. A few years later, Lyde also tragically died in the dining room of the Bellaire House. Her brother, Edwin Heatherington, never gave up on grieving the loss of his sister.
Jeez. After Edwin left the military in the 1900s, he moved into the Bellaire House to be close to Lyde. When Lyde died, Edwin became distraught and at the same time obsessed with the idea of contacting his sister through any medium possible. Oh, so he started messing with things that were already bad in the house.
Yeah.
Got it.
Several occult experts were brought in from different corners of the county to help Edwin connect with his deceased sister. At the same time, he became fascinated with the afterlife and started studying the occult and the art of communicating through different mediums. What he wanted was to strengthen his own psychic ability.
Yeah, you go ahead and start messing with all that stuff with the war, the Native Americans, the coal mine, the aliens. Like, it's not smart. All right. John Chucker said during October month, there is a lot of sightings of ghosts and other supernatural things through Connecticut. If you would like to know, look up CC. We'll definitely do that. Back in the old days, the priest would keep with request and magistrates to keep possession documents secret. Huh. Interesting. I guess that's why they didn't end up the same way the witches did, because it was kept secret. Okay, again with a blob. They really like the stairs.
Yeah, I think it's upstairs.
Interesting. They're just waiting to shove somebody down the stairs. That's what's going on. Evil house. Unfortunately, not a lot of the seers had true gifts of psychic medium talents. They saw Edwin as a cash cow, and with him being so distraught, they took advantage of him and they took his money.
That's sad.
That's very sad.
Because Edwin was so depressed and distraught, he then became oppressed, then possessed. He dove into the occult and was not properly trained on how to close the portals. And God only knows what happened to that man when he lived in that house alone.
He just made friends. In the process, researchers believe Edwin unknowingly opened portals to the other side all over the Bellaire house. According to paranormal investigators, there are as many as 11 portals throughout the house. The most interesting thing is that no matter how hard paranormal investigators try, these portals refuse to stay closed. I wonder if the person that opened them has to close them when they're that strong. Mm-hmm.
Edwin and Lyde were also known to have servants. Mostly all of them were named Mary. There was one particular Mary that had a child inside of the Bellaire house, and it's rumored that the child had the bloodline that was needed to allow an entity inside of the Bellaire house to grow stronger to do Lyde's bidding.
What? Well, okay, first of all, why they got so many Marys?
I know.
And secondly, how did she end up just happening to have the bloodline that was needed?
Yep.
Interesting. There are village rumors that the servant's child was lured to the attic and plunged to his death out the window. The funny thing that I can't put my finger on is that neither Lyde nor Edwin ever got married. There were rumors Lyde kept a servant named Mary as her lover, and her child was the one lured to the attic. Ooh, so we're talking about some lesbian stuff back in the day. Okay. Okay. Paradox Fossil says some portals are ancient, usually associated with a cliff or cave stonery outcrops. Well, that would explain, why this one was so strong, or several of these are so strong. Back had to grab something to eat. Thanks for coming back in. I think it's your turn.
Okay. After Lyde's death, Edwin's remaining family members tried to steal the house from him, and they succeeded. That's when the ownership of the Bellaire House left the Heatherington family's hands. In our research, we didn't find any photographs of Edwin and Lyde's mother. However, we known that their father, Alex Heatherington, was committed to a lunatic asylum.
Well, we know he was committed, but we don't know why or if he was possessed. The reason was the failure of his business. In the papers, it was written that Alex lost his use of his manners and became non-compos mentis. What does that even mean? Okay. Oh, which means, if I just keep reading, which means not of sound mind or mentally incapable of managing affairs. Why don't they just say that?
I know.
Non-compos
Right?
mentis doesn't make sense. All right. They're doing too much with those big words.
Mm-hmm.
No. What is this in the doorway?
I know.
That is a dark blob. Didn't I just say I don't like dark blobs?
It's a dark blob.
No.
Alex would be on the Ohio River, thinking that he was on a boat headed towards Wellsburg, West Virginia. He would be disorientated while roaming around the railroad tracks. He was even unable to identify who he was.
That's sad. Also, though, is it possible that he had Alzheimer's and they just didn't know what Alzheimer's was yet?
Yeah, exactly.
By the time the symptoms of really hema subsided, other brain problems had surfaced. Keeping in view his mental instability, Judge Isaac Gaston, the probate judge, ordered Alex to be sent to Athens Asylum for the Insane in Athens, Ohio. Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt that word.
Yeah. In March 1940, there was another explosion in the mines, this time in Coal Mine 2, which was commonly referred to as Willow Grove Mine at the time.
It can't be good business practice to have that many mines blown up. It was about 20 minutes from Bellaire. The explosion trapped 180 men in the mine and took the lives of at least 50 men. Also, it left more than 100 men burned and severely wounded. Jeez.
Mm.
Did it show up for you yet?
Although many members of the community tried to rescue the trapped men, but only a few men could be saved, it said that the rescue attempt continued for several days to no avail. The explosion of coal mine number 2 further contributed to the haunting of the Bellaire House.
Them ghosts are like, we're going to get you back. You own the coal mine.
Yeah.
Kristen decides to convert the home to a paranormal research center. Now, paranormal teams from all over the U.S., like Three Souls Paranormal,
Mhm.
all over the U.S., conduct investigations and experience the house for themselves. It doesn't look innocent. That house does not look innocent. It looks pretty. I mean, it looks like a very pretty house, but it does not look like an innocent house. What was that cartoon? Monster House? That's what
Mhm.
this house looks like. It looks like the house on Monster House, and the house opens up and eats people.
Oh.
Well, that was a really good story. I really, really like that one. Definitely like that one.
I would love to see the live that Three Souls Paranormal did on it.
Yeah, 10-hour live. Wow, that's a long live.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll definitely have to be going over and checking that out for
Mhm.
sure. I am going to drop a link here in the chat. There's going to be lives going back to back from the time I get off. Well, POA is doing a what do you call that when you upload the video? Premiere. They're doing a premiere. As soon as we're done, their premiere will start, and then after they are done with their premiere at 7 p.m., I think. Box Van D's coming on. And then
Yep.
Backroads Art Studio said that she was going to be going live at some point today too. I'm not sure if she's going on Box Van D's or what. But there should be a lot of good stuff happening this afternoon. Quick update on the dirty laundry and Gabby situation. They did find what they believe is dirty laundry's body.
Mhm.
But it hasn't been 100% verified yet. So
Yeah.
I know we talk about that every Sunday, so I just kind of wanted to throw that information out there real quick. And then Nettie, what do you have coming up this week?
We just had a video come out on Saturday. We're now doing Saturdays, and it's where we're on our Summer to Remember caravan. So if you'd like to check it out, it's pretty cool.
Awesome. All right. Well, I appreciate everyone coming in. I know Nettie does too. Sundays are our favorite. We love getting together
Yeah.
with all of you and talking about all this stuff. So, with that being said, wishing you all much kindness and much love.
And we're sending love your way. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.